Surgery
She didn't
day.
another call.
She what?
She didn't another call.
How you know?
Because I just called. You said she's in another.
Maybe she's trying to call
She's on the
you.
phone with somebody. How's she in another call?
This whole IV thing is not for me.
The anesthesiologist is going to be with you today.
Okay.
You asked me to nurse anesthetist is going to work with me. His name is Ron. And we're going to basically get you out to sleep today for your procedure.
Okay.
I got to ask you a few questions on to make sure we got you ready. I didn't see that you had very many medical problems. All I saw was high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes. Is that correct?
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to distract her.
I know.
Did I miss any? Or is that all?
That's correct.
Perfect. Allergy setting medication?
Sulfur and Lopenicil.
Okay. And you didn't eat or drink anything today, correct?
No.
Okay. Can I take a look at your airway? Can you open your mouth for me as wide as you can? Perfect. As long as you see. Any missing teeth or chipped teeth in there?
No.
Wonderful. And last question, any bad reactions to anesthesia in the past?
No, I'm just sensitive to sedation.
Okay, you just sedate really easily.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Pressure here.
I don't see anything we need to be worried about. Very short conversation when we're not concerned about things because we spend a lot of time talking about stuff we're worried about, and when we don't have things we're worried about,
Okay.
we don't have as much to say. So this is a good conversation when it's short. What you should expect is we're going to do general anesthesia. We'll put you to sleep with medication that goes through this IV that you're getting right now.
Okay.
And that's going to work really quickly. The last medication takes about 15 seconds to get you to sleep. So
Okay.
really fast. It does have a tendency to burn when it comes into the IV. So if that happens, that's normal. If it bothers you, it'll be really short because you're going to be asleep within 15 seconds of that. Okay?
Okay.
As soon as you're sleeping, we're going to put in a breathing tube. You won't know that that's happening. You're going to be already asleep when that happens.
Okay.
It has a really tiny risk of injuring your teeth. That risk is so small, you should not worry about it at all.
Okay.
But some people do get a little bit of sore throat. It's really not that bad if you get it. You're going to fall asleep, you'll wake up, and you'll be done.
Okay.
Nice and straightforward. Don't expect any complications.
Okay.
Sound reasonable?
Yes.
Are you feeling nervous?
Yes.
Would you like something to help you relax before surgery today?
Yes.
Okay, we'll take care of that.
Okay.
We got you all set.
We got it in, okay?
We'll see you
Uh-huh.
shortly,
I'm
okay?
sorry, I know it was
Thanks.
not pleasant for you.
Thanks, Evan.
You ready for this?
What?
Surgery?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready for it to be over with.
How was your breakfast?
It was really good. I mean,
Good. Just making sure. Any problems? Any
No.
issues? Any questions? You know the plan. We're gonna have 3 incisions, maybe one bigger one, or I can get it from your belly if you want. I have to make one of them bigger to get it out.
how long this surgery gonna take?
If there's no scar tissue, no problems, no adhesions, 1 hour surgery time, but you have to add 15 minutes to get to sleep, 15 minutes to wake you up. So I'll see you an hour and a half, 2 hours from the time she leaves. Plan for 2 hours. If we have scar tissue adhesions, it might take a bit longer. It shouldn't be too long.
Can you please, while you in there, look at my right tooth? Like at the end of the tube, he said
There's
that
something wrong.
the dye went all the way through, but it didn't spill.
Okay.
Since you may have to take out the other tube.
Yeah. If it's dilated, it's not good to stay anyway, but I'm not gonna take it out. You wanna take it out?
Take what out?
The other tube? No.
What do you mean take it out?
Okay. So what I can do, I can inject dye from the cervix and see where it fills up. I'll take pictures for you so you know exactly what's happening.
Yeah, plus I want pictures of the ovary and the tumor that you taking out.
I got it. Can I give them to your son?
I don't care. I just still want to see the pictures of them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't carry them around with me. So, I mean, if you want, I can leave them with
Yeah,
him.
leave them with him.
If that's okay with you, I need
Yes.
your permission. Because,
Yes.
you know, if you're okay with that, then I'll leave them with him.
Yes.
You got it.
Yes.
I'm
Take
on
care of me
time, but
now.
They asked me to help with the case.
Okay.
So we might be running late because I'm helping, but as soon as they don't need me, we'll move. We'll go back.
Take care of me, Dr.
I'll
Hart.
do my best. Look, I'm going to add something on the consent to do that.
You better take care of me. So guys, as you can see, surgery is over with, and this is what it looked like. As you can see, that big dark circle area right there, that is the tumor, aka cyst. And the one the light part underneath it is actually my uterus. And as you can see, my uterus is smaller than the cyst. That's just how large that cyst was. The top picture here just shows how it looks after the cyst was removed. This is just a picture of my uterus, and this is a side view picture of the tumor. Now, they were able to save my fallopian tube, but they was not able to save my ovary. My left ovary has been removed. This is a picture here of the bottom picture here shows my a part of my uterus, and over there in this corner, it's hard for me to do and hold this camera, you'll see my right ovary. If you look over here on this other side in this dark area, that means you don't see an ovary because they have already taken the ovary out. Um, in the same way over here, it just shows a more up close picture of the fallopian tubes, and that's the ovary. On this side right here is the ovary, and then on this other side there is nothing there besides the fallopian tube. The fallopian tube, as you can see, is a little dark at the tip because it was scarred from the cyst, and that's why it looked the way it looks at the tip. But that is my left fallopian tubes. Hi guys, it's me Sandra, TTC 45. Just wanted to give you guys an update. So, what has been going on with Sandra? Well, the surgery is over. Now I'm just recovering. I'm sitting up in my bed. Thank God I have one of them lift bases that allow my bed to lift up. I got my little baby sitting over here next to me. So I'm recovering. The surgery went well. I'm still in so much pain. It hasn't been but a week since I had the surgery, so naturally I'm still going to be in pain. I'm due to go back to work in 2 weeks, but they did say it takes a full 6 weeks for recovery, and I'm looking forward to that full recovery so that I can get out of the pain process. I've been icing, I've been taking meds, I've been walking around to keep the circulation going, and just pretty much taking care of myself so that I can make this recovery process just as quickly as speedy as possible, not trying to rush anything. But I am tired of all this pain. And speaking of the pain, I'm still a little distraught about even getting to this point to begin with. If you guys been following me since the beginning of my journey, you know that I had done a lot of research prior to this journey to see what my chances were of conceiving using my own eggs. And I knew before I started that I had a very slim chance, but I thought I'd try it anyway, especially since most of my test results showed that I still had a good ovarian reserve left. So there was a possibility that I could conceive. But one of the things that I researched that I ignored was the fact that sometimes for women of advanced ovarian age, advanced maternal age, sorry about that, um, going through fertility treatments can do more harm than it can do good. And I truthfully ignored that because I really thought that I can outbeat science and prove to them that, everything that they think they know may not always be true. But it turns out science beat me because, as you can see, I started this journey with 2 ovaries. Now I'm down to one. And I believe if I had not allowed myself to get to this point, that I would still have that ovary. Not that I can't still try with my own one ovary that's left, but I just hate the fact that part of my female organs is gone. And God created me in His own image, and He allowed me to have 4 beautiful children without having to have any of my female body parts removed before or after. And then I decided 20 some odd years later that this is what I want to do, and this is what happens. We always tell ourselves that God is not going to put on us no more than we can bear. But it turns out we put more on ourselves than we can bear. So, yes, that is what I'm all bummed about, is that I let things get to this point. Prior to this last IVF going underway, I had my 3-day baseline test done, and everything looked good. I mean, ovaries looked good, uterus looked good, everything looked good. So I thought this was a go. And then they put me on the ovarian stimulation, and a week and a half later, I developed this cyst that never stopped growing. Now, I did do some research when I was taking my break, and I did learn that ovarian stimulations for older women were not good. And now I see why. But you can't ever tell the next doctor that. Every doctor think they know everything, so they do what they are trained to do. And that's why it's always best to advocate for ourselves. So it don't even matter no more. It's all that stuff that happened. I'm finna leave that in the past because it is what it is. I can't blame nobody but myself, not even the doctors, because I brought this on myself. So now that I've gone past that journey, I'm back to the journey that I should have stuck with the beginning of the year, and that's my donor journey. So I will be happy to announce that my donor did meet her weight loss goal. She was, give or take, 2 pounds under, but that's okay. She still met the goals enough for them to go ahead and get her started. So right now she's going through the ovarian stimulation process, which is a 21-day process. She's on birth control for 21 days. Her and I have to go in next Friday, the April 6th, to do the nurse consult where they're going to teach her how to do her own self injections. And then we'll be getting started with that. So sometime in April, she should be retrieving. However, I'm not sure when I'll be able to do the transfer because I'm not sure how long it's going to take for my body to come to a complete heal after this cutting thing because this one hurts. So hopefully I could do a fresh transfer, but if not, we'll go ahead and wait and do a frozen. I'm just glad that the process is underway. And I'm going to start that video journey start next week. Okay. I just wanted to let you guys know how the surgery went and how I was feeling altogether. Um, During my donor journey, I'm going to introduce the name. No, not sure when, but I'm going to introduce the name of my donor. I'm not sure if I'm going to introduce her per se because that will be up to her. And we're going to discuss the reason why I chose her. So you'll be really surprised to hear that news. And but yeah, I'm all excited about that. And right now, I've decided that I'm no longer going to be taking any more supplements to improve egg quality because that is no longer needed because I'm not going to be doing any of that anymore. But I am going to start taking some supplements to improve a good home for the baby to implant itself as well as a healthy pregnancy itself. So, with that being said, I'm going to slowly but surely start rehabilitating myself starting next week. This week, they really just want me to rest. I'm going to start getting on a treadmill probably 5 to 10 minutes a day until I can increase it and go back to doing my yoga. I'm going to start to eat more leafy vegetables, which they say is really good for uterine lining, and making sure that I'm just taking care of my diabetes good because they said the best way to keep the diabetes under control during pregnancy is to get it under control before. So I got to make sure that I take care of that and get that back on target. Other than that, the doctor did do a hysterosalpingogram while they was under, and it was just even more bad news. And you know what what's funny about all of this is that the one reason why I decided to try with my own eggs was because all the tests that was done on me came out perfect, came out good. Now things is just getting worse and worse and worse. Now when we first started and I first hit my salpinogram, my left fallopian tube was open with no problem. The dye went through it, spilled, no issue. The right fallopian tube, on the other hand, the dye went through it all the way, but it did not spill. So that wasn't anything that was terrible, but the fact that it didn't spill, that was something that needed to be addressed. This time, when the doctor did the salpinogram while I had my surgery, the dye went through the left tube and didn't spill at all. And naturally, because as you can see from the picture, the fallopian tube at the tip is just scarred up from the tumor. So that's no good no more. The right tube, it doesn't even go halfway fill, let alone to the top and don't spill. So yes, since this journey began, my my stuff went from worse to worse. And again, I can't blame nobody but myself because I did the research. And it clearly told me sometime the fertility treatment for women of older age, and I'm not trying to say this to scare any older woman out there. I'm just telling you to do your own research. Sometime the treatment that they give us do more harm than they do good. So before you go letting them do the things that they're doing, make sure you read about the success. Make sure you talk and listen to other women of the same age as you, not women that's similar to your age or close to your age, but the same age as you that can tell you, if this works for them and how it benefit them or anything else. Because what works for one woman don't always work for the next. So yes, I learned a valuable lesson. The only thing I can be happy about it is that even after going through all this surgery, scarring, whatever you want to call it, I can still get my blessing if I want it. The only problem is the only way to get that blessing is through IVF. So now there's no IUIs, there's no home insemination, there's no natural fertilization, all that stuff. That stuff is over for me. I only got one way and one way only, and that is through IVF. So, with that being said, I'm not wasting no more IVF on my body. I've done enough torture and harm to my body as it is, and I'm just going to move on and pray and hope that it works with the donor. Just because you use a donor doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work. It just gives you a higher chance. So, I'm going to do everything on my end to try to get it to work the first time, and I'm hoping my donor do everything on her end to try to get the eggs to all remain healthy and it can work on her end. So she's going to continue her weight loss journey even though she's already started. She's going to continue with the vitamins and the supplements that she's taking and exercises and eating good only up until retrieval. Then she can go back to her normal life. So I'm so thankful for her, and I really love her, and I really cannot wait to share who she is to you guys, but just not now. But it is going to be coming. So with that being said, I am so grateful to you guys for praying for me and sending me well wishes and checking in on me to see how am I doing. I am doing fine. I'm still sore, but it's a slow but speedy recovery that's going to be going on here. I am still following you guys' journey because I don't be doing nothing else besides looking at TV, sleep, or being on YouTube. So trust me when I say I'm following you guys' journey. I am so looking forward to the winner of the baby dust and stuff from Simply Tanika. So if you guys have not went on to simplytanika.com and entered to win that baby dust and stuff basket, you better go do it now. You got up until the 31st to do it. Go and click on simplytanika.com. I did it. It was no problem. I didn't enter the win the basket because I want to make sure that blessing go to somebody who really needs that. Okay, but I did go and I registered on her page because I really do find her page informative. I find her videos on YouTube informative. So you guys need to go and look at simplytanika.com. Try to get that baby dust and stuff. And I can't wait to find out who's going to be the winner to that. And I can't wait to let you guys know when my BFP comes, so hopefully it'll be coming soon. I'm not sure if it'll be in April, but it definitely should be in May. So, but good things. What they say, good things come to those who wait. Well, yeah, I've been waiting a long time. Not as long as a lot of other women, but for me and my age, yes, I've waited a long time. So yes, I'm really looking forward to this. This year is the year for all of us that has been trying and still trying and and keeping on trying. Don't give up. Don't give up because it was I'm going through. Don't give up because of what the next woman is going through. Don't give up ever. The Lord didn't give up on you. You don't give up on your baby. Okay? So you go ahead, ladies, and I will be chatting with you guys soon. Love you. Baby dust to you all. Mwah.